Here we go.
Cause like real talk, like I was saying and shit. Hopefully we could all meet up and shit and do what all of our dreams are and shit. Cause in all actuality, I know his situation. Fucking, you know his situation. Everybody knows his situation. The people he's teamed up with right now are really bringing him down and disappointing him and shit, and is really just pissing him off. When in all actuality, we can rub his shoulder, he can rub our shoulder, and we can make each other happy, and we can make money off of everybody else, and do what we love to do, and at the same time do what we love to do, and shit, just make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
And that's the fucking end result here, man. Is that we are chasing the almighty dollar. You know, fuck the fame, fuck everything else. I mean, really, at the end of the day, if we ain't got the cheddar, we ain't gonna be in your motherfucking speaker box. You feel me? And it is a cutthroat business out here, and Booby has seen a little bit of it. You know, I've seen a little bit more, but I'm sure this man right here can tell you that he's already seen the major level players, and he
Yeah,
knows what it takes
yeah.
to get
I've
things
seen
done.
enough of it to see people that think that they have it and try and climb to the top. At the end of the day, just get kicked down, or people that know that they have it, that I know they have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can get to the top with no problems.
All right, so let's tell him what the deal with Crazy Bone is. Tell him how the whole crazy thing came out.
Well, really, it was just, you know what I'm saying, like, a dream come true, really. Like, I've looked up to him from, like, 8 years old on to, like, I'm 22 now. You know what I'm saying? So that's, like, a fat minute of listening to somebody. And I always looked up to him, listened to his music every day. And we had an opportunity. I got an email to go to Hollywood out in LA and be on the red carpet and kick it with him VIP. You know what I'm saying? So I told the company about it, and we fucking hopped in the car.
Now, mind you, like, how did the whole decision come about, homie? How did the whole fucking, you mean, because tell him how
Yeah,
just randomly crazy it was
yeah,
that.
like, all right, I got this email while I was still in Cleveland, before even hopping on the plane coming out here. I got this email before I even left Cleveland, and I didn't bring nothing up about it because our money situation was tight and everything, with us hopping on the plane coming out here and everything. So I didn't bring nothing up about it. I figured we really weren't gonna do it. And this is what proves, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, like, no matter what you thinking, what situation you're in, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Anything. It doesn't matter. But we hopped on a plane, came out here. It was maybe 2-3 weeks after we were already out here. I brought it up to my cousin Gio and shit. And I told him about the email, and I let him read it just to verify it and make sure I wasn't bullshitting, because a lot of you motherfuckers out in Cleveland thinking I'm bullshitting.
Hey, motherfuckers in Cleveland bullshit all day, so I don't blame y'all. But guess what? Element Group brings the business. Believe that.
But I always keep it 100 with everybody I'm with, my whole camp. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always keep it 100, because if you ain't keeping it real 100% with yourself, you ain't keeping it real 100% with your camp. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. If you ain't keeping it real with yourself, you ain't keeping it real with a motherfucker around you. So I told my cousin about it, and I let him read the email. Next thing you know, 2 days later, we was in the car driving 6 motherfucking hours. You know what I'm saying? Smoking hella motherfucking dank ass buds on the way to California, kicking it in the fucking car for 6 hours.
And the 6 cops that fucking they drove by us as we were smoking.
Yeah, 6 cops drove by us while we were smoking. We even, real talk, we even pretty much practically almost burnt down a rental car on the way to Hollywood, smoking so much weed. But it was me, my cousin and shit, and our manager, fucking Derek. We was driving to Hollywood and shit, just kicking it, having fun, just being ourselves. Got to Hollywood, got in the nightclub. We was kicking it, we was drinking, we was kicking it in VIP. Next thing you know, my cousin's like, "Hey man, I think that's Cray right there." Me being the drunk motherfucker that I am, I was like, "No, that ain't Cray."
Right, we was already in VIP.
Yeah, we was already inside.
Seen
VIP.
the whole crew roll up, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, there's Cray."
Yeah, that's Cray. I was like, I was drunk as fuck. I was like, "No man, it ain't Cray." Next thing I know, out the corner of my eye, I see it.
And you can't mistake Wish's
Yeah,
ass.
you can't mistake Wishbone. And I seen Wish out the corner of my eye. I was like, "Wait a minute, I think that's Wish." Wait a minute, if that's Wish, that's Cray. You right, motherfucker, that is Cray. So I told my cousin and shit. I was like, "Hey man, if you start the conversation and shit, I'll be the one to plant the fucking business card in his pocket." We agreed upon that fucking that scenario and shit. We left our table, walked up to Cray and shit, and my cousin started the conversation. During the conversation, I told him, I was like, "Look man, I was like, I know you probably get this shit every day. You always got people coming up to you with their business cards trying to get business. I was like, but being as from the same block as you from, this is something you're gonna want to hear. This is something you're gonna want to listen to.
So what did he do?
He asked, he was like, oh, really, where you from? I said, Cleveland. He's like, oh, yeah, for real? When I told him we were from Cleveland, he was kind of skeptical, and he asked where from. I told him 99th to Park 8. After I told him 99th to Park 8, he was like, oh, for real? And we started chopping it up. He took the business card, he put it in his pocket. And then after he said all that, after he took that business card, put it in his pocket, he was like, take down my number. So me being the businessman I am, I was like, okay, I'm going to take down your number. Didn't think nothing of it. I was taking down his number, and after I took down his number, he was like, you know what? Call me right now so I got your number.
And what happened? What happened when he said call you right out?
Me being the man that I am, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I took down his number. But at that time, I thought he was just giving me, like, an office number or some bullshit, blah, blah, whatever. I took down his number, and then he told me, he was like, call me right now. I called him right then and there while I was standing in front of him. Watched him pull his personal cell phone out of his pocket, show me his cell phone, and be like, is this your number? I was like, yeah, that's my number. He's like, what's your name? I told him, Boob J. He saved my number in his personal cell phone. Then we started talking about his album. He's coming out with a compilation album all about Cleveland and Cleveland artists. And he told me, literally, like, from his own mouth to my ears, I'm going to save a spot for you. I'm going to holler at you. I'm going to Africa for a month. Holler at me in about a month, and we'll
So
talk
in
business.
about 2 weeks, if you expect to see us doing something with Cray, hopefully, because I mean I know the man's about his business, and we know the man's about his business. And Cray, if you watching, we love y'all. The Life Entertainment, we was there for the drop. We were with it. We are on board. We want to get down on the Cleveland compilation, and tell him and just so everybody knows, you know, when we mention Cleveland and the things that we doing, and we mentioned and Kels, I'm talking to you again, homie. We put your name in Cray's mouth or Cray's ear, and we said MGK. We said, you know who he is, and he says yes, absolutely. He went, and we're talking about the Cleveland compilation. If you trying to get down, let's make it happen. We are with it. We got the connect in place. So holla at us. But anyway,
But yeah, anyways, like, he took down my number, and we started talking, and he had to go on stage, so we really weren't talking that long. But he wants to get the Life Entertainment, Element Groove Entertainment to collab under one roof and do a song together, a couple songs on his next album. So we exchanged cell phone numbers, and we've been keeping in contact ever since.
so and so that went. Yeah, obviously, we did the big thing that night. I mean, we made the major connect. But what followed immediately happening? What happened immediately following? I guess you would say.
Um,
I
so
mean,
much,
it's
so
right.
much.
I mean, but in a nutshell, I mean, we came back, we kicked it for a hot second, then the major move was what?
Like, we came back, and everybody was doubting us. Everybody was running their mouths like usual, like normal stand-up Cleveland people would do. And we recorded a song called Rock the World. And literally 2 days after we recorded Rock the World, we had plays in Bangladesh. Like, no joke. Like, being somebody straight up out of Cleveland and come to Arizona, just screw everything, I'm gonna chase my dream. We had plays in Bangladesh, you know what I'm saying, like the Middle East, you know what I'm saying, over there by Iraq and everything. So it ain't even American. People that totally hate Americans were commenting on our stuff like, you guys make hot music, you guys are sick, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying. So
All right, so tell them what the move is now. What can they expect out of Boob J and Rock the World at this present moment? I mean, it is March 29th. What happens tomorrow?
there's no limit to what can happen tomorrow. Like, real talk, honestly, you will just see me sitting behind the computer writing my music, and I can write some music and think of a hot idea, and in the next day or two, like, you never know, it could be on MTV. You know what I'm saying? It could be.
Well, tell them about the tour. Tell them about what we're trying to do.
We're about to be on 107.9 here really soon with
Which
the
in
hit
case you
single.
didn't know, 107.9 WENZ Cleveland is the biggest hip hop station in our hometown market, Cleveland, Ohio, and Boob J will be rocking the world on it. Believe that.
We'll be doing Rock the World on the air, and shortly after that, we will be on the air doing an interview. You know what I'm saying, like a live on the air interview. We will be doing that, and then shortly after that, we're gonna announce on the air we are doing a show that day in town. So anybody who's listening to the radio is invited. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who hears it through my lips or a flyer or anything else, you are invited. And we will just be partying, wilding out all night, performing, drinking, kicking it. We will be in line to meet up with MGK himself that night to talk more business. You know what I'm saying? And then just kick it for like 4 days, and then after that, shortly after that, we are gonna be on a plane to Miami, Florida, and we're gonna lay it down over there with Deuce Dirt. Shouts out to No More Pain and my homie Prophet.
Gemini Joint.
And I didn't hear one word you said.
Gemini Joint, man. I'll
Gemini
shout
Joint.
it. Prof,
Yeah,
I got
he's
you.
gonna shout
Gemini
it
Joint.
because I've been drinking and I don't really understand what's going on. But we're gonna be doing a show out in Miami, and we're just gonna be kicking it, and it's gonna be like a micro tour before the mini tour before the tour. Yeah, I'm saying.
Right,
like,
right. So I mean, really, in a nutshell, what it is that we out here, we doing our thing, and we about to bounce back to the hometown, do our, lay it down for the motherfucking hometown fans. Immediately hop down to South Beach and fucking make Element Groove, Boob J, the X List. Which, if you don't know the X List, we are the X List. That is the motherfuckers that change the motherfucking game, that represent motherfucking something different. So if that's you, you are X List. Believe that. Just remember, X List is a movement just like Rock the World is a movement. We're here for y'all. But here it is.
And Roscoe picks his nose.
But here it is, though. We're going to jump back to the hometown. We're going to rock the show out. We're going to jump down to South Beach, make our faces real fresh down there. And then as soon as we jump back to AZ, we're rocking the shows out here. And then we jumping in the studio and dropping those albums. You already know what it is. And hopefully, Boob J's already on board. The motherfucking lyrical assassin. Boob J the Great. You already heard that before. And you're going to hear it some more. Y'all already know. And then, for real, we trying to, like I said, we trying to jump on board with MGK. See if he can get down what we talking about. Because I know we already on the same level. And, because, we rock the fucking, social networking. We rock the motherfucking viral internet channels. I mean, we are in the major connections. We are in the fucking half-ass connections. We are everywhere, homie. Believe that. If you don't see our faces, tell us because we need to go there.
Sure.
Negative.
So, at the end of the day,
Negative.
it's all about what is it all about at the end of the day, Booby?
At the end of the day, real talk. A lot of people are gonna be mad at me for this, like exes and people that actually look up to me, whatever. But realistically, it's all about money, pussy, and popularity, and rocking the fucking world. That's all it is. Like real talk. Like if you ain't got money, you ain't getting the pussy. If you ain't got money to get the pussy, you ain't rocking the world. If you ain't rocking the world, you damn sure ain't gonna get no money. You damn sure ain't gonna get no pussy. If you ain't got no pussy, obviously you ain't got money. Obviously you ain't rocking the world. So those three things go hand in hand. So if you ain't Boob J or MGK, you ain't rocking the world. You ain't getting no pussy. You damn sure ain't getting no money. So if you want all three of them, fuck up out my life, MGK's life, fucking Element Groove's life, and just stop bringing the drama and the bullshit. And
Suck
just
his dick, motherfucker.
if you gonna talk shit,
because motherfuckers nowadays, these motherfuckers in this building, we are about the art, we are about the music, we are about making stuff happen. Fuck the drama, fuck the politics, fuck everything else. This camp is about making major moves and making motherfuckers successful with the art that they bring themselves. Fuck trying to change a motherfucker, because motherfuckers that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Element Groove will not change you. We want you for you, and we will produce you for you. Fuck these major labels. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about anymore. They're 50 years past their time. Now is the time for the independents. Now is the time for EGE. Now is the time for the X-List. Now is the time for Boob J. Now is the time for MGK. Where's he at?
where the fuck is he at? I'm on drama. I'm checking my drama book. My bad, people.
Well, sorry, Kellis. I mean, we had to track up when we started, but we got mad love for you. See, you already know what it is. Cleveland represents Cleveland. 216 represents 216. And you know what? We represent the whole motherfucking world on top of all that. X List, Element Groove, Boop J, checking in. What it is.